Hello tennis fans around the world. Welcome back to our channel today. We're discussing a topic that's been buzzing in the tennis community. Novak Djokovic has made drastic U-turn since US Open with retirement plan changed. Before we dive into this exciting topic, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our future videos. Novak Djokovic, the 24-time Grand Slam legend, is back on court at the Shanghai Masters this week, but his reported clash with the Serbian government continues to loom over him. It's been nearly a month since his last match, a straight sets defeat at the hands of Carlos Alcaraz in the semi-final of the US Open, that left the 38-year-old licking his wounds. Off the court, however, he has been at the center of a political firestorm in his homeland. By publicly supporting student protests against President Aleksandar Vučić, which were sparked by a tragic canopy collapse that killed 16 people. Djokovic has gone from celebrated hero to disgrace in loyalist media circles. Allegations of a coordinated smear campaign have driven him to move his family abroad and scrap his retirement plans in Belgrade. Here's a closer look at how the drama unfolded. This was supposed to be Djokovic's golden age at home, hot on the heels of an Olympic gold medal victory in Paris last summer, with President Vučić himself revealing plans to erect a Novak museum in Belgrade. But that hero's welcome soured when Djokovic dared to align with the protests rallying against the government following the Novi Sad canopy disaster that claimed 16 lives last year. On social media, Djokovic expressed his beliefs, stating, "As someone who deeply believes in the power of young people and their desire for a better future, I consider it important that their voice is heard. Serbia has enormous potential, and educated youth is its greatest strength. What we all need is understanding and respect. With you, Novak." He also posted images of 300,000 demonstrators with the caption, "History amazing." However, the tide quickly turned against the Serbian star. The local tabloid Informer slammed him as a disgrace and went on to call him a false patriot, amid rumors he was considering a move to Greece due to what many perceive as a government-led smear campaign. German publication Neue Zürcher Zeitung reported that regime-friendly media had targeted the tennis legend, marking a harsh reversal from the usual hero worship that saw him treated like a rock icon. Nevertheless, President Vučić has maintained that there's no animosity towards Djokovic. In an interview with Informer, he said, "I will never say a bad word against him. He can support my opponents, but to say anything bad about him, I never will. It would be bad, stupid. We will defeat that policy in the elections, but I will always cheer for him with all my heart." Retirement plans changed. According to Novak's father, Sir John, the 7-time Wimbledon champion had initially planned to retire in Belgrade after his illustrious tennis career. But those plans seem to have been thwarted. Despite owning luxury properties in New York, Monaco, and Marbella, Djokovic had envisioned a quiet post-tennis life back in his home country. In 2018, he purchased a 3-bedroom penthouse in Belgrade for a modest $505,000, with views of the famous Danube River. He subsequently invested in modern upgrades to enhance the space in anticipation of his retirement, and also bought a small villa about an hour's drive west of the city, located on the banks of the scenic Lake Pavlova, a little country getaway. It was the ideal setup, especially with his parents nearby, as well as the renowned restaurant Novak, a family-run establishment filled with memorabilia from his stellar career, including signed tennis balls, framed photographs, and trophies, just a short distance away. Also close by is the Novak Tennis Center, built in 2009, which features 14 courts and serves as a popular spot for both local players and visiting enthusiasts. However, his reported issues with the Serbian government have shattered his dream of retiring in Belgrade. Moved to Greece and breaking silence in an attempt to protect his family from escalating tensions, Djokovic moved to Athens, Greece last month. The 24-time Grand Slam champion had previously met with Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis on several occasions and was spotted house hunting checking out tennis clubs and looking for schools for his children, 10-year-old Stefan and 8-year-old Tara, over the summer. Tennis24 reports that Stefan and Tara have been enrolled in St. Lawrence College, a private British school, while the family has settled in the southern suburbs. A few weeks ago, Djokovic and Stefan were seen publicly for the first time since their move, watching Greece take on Brazil in the Davis Cup from the stands in Athens. When questioned by Greek media outlet Tennisko Reconsidering about his new life, Djokovic asked politely for privacy. "I'm with my son now, sorry," he responded, before being asked if his move to the Greek capital was permanent. I don't know," he answered. "I'm just enjoying my time with the family. I will be here for the tournament." Return at the Shanghai Masters seeking to leave recent off-court drama behind. Djokovic has traveled to China for the 2025 Shanghai Masters, a tournament he's won a record 4 times. The world number 4 begins his campaign on Friday against Croatian veteran Marin Cilic, marking his first match since Flushing Meadows. Djokovic is heading into Shanghai following an unusually barren year in the majors. For only the second time since 2010, he hasn't managed to clinch a Grand Slam title, leaving him eager to gain momentum for the 2026 season. After bagging Olympic gold in 2024, Djokovic's ultimate career goal remains unambiguous: a 25th Grand Slam, which would propel him beyond Margaret Court and solidify his status as the most successful player in tennis history. However, the challenge has arguably never been higher. Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner have been dominating the field and have divided the last 8 slams between themselves. And with age increasingly coming into play, Djokovic's window of opportunity is closing. His next shot comes at the Australian Open, a tournament he has impressively won 10 times. A final triumph would make for an extraordinary narrative, but with off-court distractions brewing, it remains to be seen whether Djokovic can, yet again, drown out the noise and let his tennis do all the talking.